gonna try this again. Hello! It is your tappy tap 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 hyper focused hobbyist here. Hi everyone. I am back with a slightly different setup than usual. Instead of a box with diamond painting in it, I have the diamond painting all set up. If you hear any twinkling, that would be the cats. The kittens are being playful right now. Yeah. Where did you even get this? Okay, never mind. Yeah. What was that? Say? Oh no. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I remember. Sorry. Train of thought was lost, but we got it back on the train, on the tracks. Okay, back on track. I actually already made a kitting up video like I had promised last time, but something happened with the footage for that. So I'm doing another one. I figured that if anything, maybe the diamond painting gods were just like, no. That's not the painting we want you to do. Here's another one. Try again. So we're going to try again. This time I'm going to be doing Mooncatcher. I really wanted something small, but still exciting to do. So I pulled out Mooncatcher from my anniversary haul. I've got other small paintings that are actually smaller than Mooncatcher, but they haven't been unboxed yet. I'm waiting to unbox them. But I'm just going to go ahead and kit up Mooncatcher today. I need another project to start working on pretty soon, before I lose my mojo. So I've got everything I need here and ready for kitting up. I have my drills already out and ready. I have my containers out already. This is my fourth and last open box of containers. My other ones are currently being used for other projects. But I do have extra containers in a couple of those other boxes that are just not being used. So in case I need bigger sizes or smaller sizes, more of whatever size I need, I can always go and source them from the other boxes. I have my washi tape. This one came with Mooncatcher. This one I bought in one of my bookstores. I bought it in Busan. Yes, I bought it here in Busan at Kyobo Mungo. And this one came with Mooncatcher, like I said before. And I've got a brand new, washi tape cutter here that I got from S-Dot. I went to Daegu this weekend to visit two of my friends. And of course, when crafty people get together, what must we do? Buy more crafty things. So we went to S-Dot. I got color pencils. I've got pastel pencils. I can't wait to show you guys those. I got coloring books, sharpeners, washi tape cutters, pens. I love S-Dot so much. Maybe one day I'll do a walk around of S-Dot on video. But that just means another trip to Daegu, which I'm always down for. Okay, aside from that, I've got my sticker chart here, my sticker sheet here, ready to go to put things onto the kit. I've got my scissors for cutting open the bags of drills. I've got my canvas at the ready. I've got my trusty ruler, because this is how I section with this thin washi tape. I section off 10 by 10 spaces if I'm feeling overwhelmed that day, or if looking at the canvas and looking how big those sections are overwhelms me. I usually go down to 8 by 8, but usually no smaller than 8 in any direction. So yeah, I'm going to pause the video and then do a couple things, and then come back and shoot a couple of things, and then pause the video to do more things, and then come back and shoot more things. I think this will be better and not lead to malfunction with technology like last time, because that was a struggle. Oh boy. Yeah. We're not going to get into that now. All right. Be right back. We are back. Okay, so now that I have my sticker sheet ready on the side and my kit, I'm going to push it up a little bit further. My drill's out. I'm going to start with my first step, which is usually cutting the drills away from their long trains. And this process usually goes by pretty fast, not going to lie to you. Because I'm not doing anything except for cutting in between the baggies. So I'm just going to cut. Now, as you guys already know, if you've seen my other videos, each of the baggies have a number on them. Hopefully you can see that. The lighting today is not so great. But each of the baggies have a little number on them. And what I do as I cut them is I line them up by number. So I know that we have, well, not know, but actually, yes, I do know. I know that we have 100s, 200s, 300s, 4, 5, 7s, 8s, 9s before we hit all the 3000s. So I'm going to actually put the 900s here towards the middle. And as I'm cutting, I will look at the baggie numbers and start kind of lining them up by their numbers. Small numbers onto my left and large numbers onto my right. And I just keep going in that manner, in that way. So I'm going to do that now. Hopefully my camera does not cut out on me as I'm doing this. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having a little bit of anxiety over what my camera's going to do because of what happened in the first attempt at a kidding up video. And I guess now would be a good time to kind of explain why I'm having that anxiety. So I did the kidding up video, and my plan was to do a lot of like, take a lot of footage and just fast forward through it. Just fast forward all the way through it. And I would just pause whenever I was talking or explaining something. But then you would just see the process of me fast forwarding through things. And I can't see what my camera is doing from my desk chair. So I didn't know that my camera had actually cut out. So in the process of me doing the drills, at some point I realized that not my camera, but my mic had stopped working. I had stopped recording. I didn't know because I wasn't looking at my computer either. So my mic had stopped working and I didn't have any audio. I was like, you know what? That's unfortunate, but it's okay. We've been through a couple clips where the mic stopped working before. We got it. It's fine. I'll just gain the footage if I really need to get the sound. Fine, right? Cool, chill, nice. And then it came to this portion, not this portion, my sectioning portion. And the camera had cut out. So I had like 28 minutes of audio recording and no video to go to that audio. And I was utterly defeated that day. I was like, okay, never mind. I'm going out to play Pokemon. When I come back, I'll either deal with it then or I'll just never deal with it again. But I told myself, I made a promise that the next video will be a kidding up video. So that's what it's going to be. I'm going to kid up. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to allow myself to just give up on the idea of a kidding up video. I know I'm doing some stuff off, out of frame over there. It's just putting the drills together. But yeah, I told myself, no, we're going to definitely get through this. We're going to do a great video for kitting up, and it's going to be okay. And I'm still convinced it'll be okay. I'm still convinced I got this as long as my camera does not give out on me this time around. I am using my Fujifilm this time instead of my Canon. I think my Canon might have like an auto stop that my Fujifilm doesn't. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's a thing right now. So actually, now that I've cut so many of these, I'm going to pause the camera, finish cutting, and then come back. Cool? Cool. Okay, so I am done with the cutting. I'm not completely done with the organizing of the drills, but that's okay. I'll get to that a little bit later. I'm going to start kitting up. So, I'm pretty used to kitting up, so I know typically which containers I'm going to need for which bags of diamonds. So for both of these, it may not seem like it, but let me see. Yeah, this might just fit in a small container about this size. It might just fit, or I may have to bump up to this one. But don't get fooled. Sometimes you see a bag like this and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to need the medium size. But then it fits in the small just fine. So this is definitely a small. Any baggie about this size is going to fit in a small. But some baggies this size also fit in a small. And if you look in here, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's actually a couple of diamonds in here that don't belong in here. But I think it's adorable. Now, I usually go in number order according to what's on the sticker sheet, because then it's easier for me to pull stickers off the sticker sheet in order. And then I don't get lost about where I am or where I'm supposed to be or what number I do or don't have. So I'm going to start by opening up the container. And just off my desk over here, I have a small trash can that I'm just going to be putting things into. I only put plastic in that trash can, which makes it easier to do all of my recycling. Because then I could just pop everything in there into one big plastic bag to put in the plastic bag recycling. For those of you who don't know, I live in South Korea. And South Korea has very stringent rules about what can and cannot be recycled. What can and cannot be mixed, where you can recycle. I live in a building. Ooh, that's almost a waste to put gems in here because it's such a small little bit. I live in a small, technically it's a studio. It has a small loft upstairs, but it's considered a studio apartment. And in the building I live in, we have a trash and recycling center downstairs. So when I throw away my trash, I have to bring it downstairs. Hold on. I need to get a small tray and my tweezers. Because this one has those... What color is that? A really dark blue. Like a really dark blue drill just floating around. So, yeah, I was saying that my building has a recycling center downstairs. So when I go downstairs, I have to bring my trash in the designated trash bags for my neighborhood, which I have to use. I cannot use any other trash bag. I have a big shopping bag that I put my other recyclables in, like my cans, my paper, my hard plastic bottles. I bring those downstairs and I have to sort them into their individual containers downstairs. Are these all the same color? Yes, they are. That's like a really dark navy blue. I know you can't really see it, but that's what it is. It's a very dark navy blue. Is that Apollo or Artemis? One of the kittens is on my desk now. Now, I'm about halfway through that bag of white ABs, and I'm just stopping to get those extra bits. Oh, that wasn't an extra bit. That was just AB catching some weird light. Actually, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this baggie won't fit in here. Yeah, it seems to just be over the limit for what this container will hold. And I don't want to lose any of my ABs. There we go. I know one just fell. There it is. I found it. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe this will still close. Maybe it won't. If it doesn't, there's no shame in switching to a... Yeah, no, never mind. Again, no shame in switching to a larger container after the fact. And welcome to Clumsy Town. Oh dear. Where'd it go? Ah, you probably see my hair. Okay, there we go. I got it. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to put it in. And I'm going to do this over my hard surface of my desk, not over the other drills, just in case one or two falls out. I can still see it. Pick them up. And pop them back in. Great. I did not put the sticker on, so that's great. Because I don't have to fight to get it off the container. And just... There's another one? I was right. There was another one. Oh. Come on. You can do it. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So then what was I talking about? Recycling? Yes, recycling. So I bring everything down. And I just do things that way. So, like before, I cut and I place and I put the sticker on and I put it back into the bigger container that holds all the small containers. And these are the Elizabeth Ward containers, not actually the brand name ones because you can't get them out here in Korea. These are like AliExpress knockoffs that I got just because that was what was available to me. I kind of wish I were back in the States for this hobby because I would have so many more materials available to me, I feel like. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. This one's definitely a medium size. This is 100% a medium size baggie. Cannot get over that. Cannot try to fit that into a smaller container. And as time goes on, if you kit up like I do, you tend to just be able to eyeball where things go. As far as like how big the baggie is and how much will fit inside, whether you need to go up with other size, whether you can just kind of fudge the size into that size container or not. So me just looking at that bag, I already knew, yeah, there was no chance I was getting that into a small one. Not like I thought I almost had a chance with the 141. No, no, no. No chance on that one. The 158 might have a chance. Let's see. I'm going to go with the big one, the medium-sized one anyway, instead, and just see. Okay. So the medium-sized one with this color, because of how I have to tilt it, you can't really tell. But yeah, it's just hitting half. Usually if I see that I put something in a medium container and it's hitting about half of the volume of the container, I will consider if it's a little more than half or if it's a little less than half. If it's a little less than half, then I know I can fudge it into a smaller container. If it's a little bit more, I don't try. At that point, I'm fairly sure that it would be spilling out. So I just don't attempt after that. This one's a little bit more than half. So I'm going to keep it in this container instead. And I'm going to continue doing that for the rest of these baggies. And because of the trauma I told you of, I'm not going to do that on camera just to try to speed it up. I don't think my memory card can hold that much. So I will see you after all of this. Okay, we are back with the last 3 bags of our kitting up. And as you can see, I have lost all natural light. Yeah, that took longer than expected because I did not count on needing this many small ones. I don't even know if I'm fully in frame or not, but I needed so many small ones and I ran out of small ones. So I actually had to go to a different kit, kit up those diamonds into a different style of kit so that I can free up these small ones. And now I have what looks like 6, 7 extras of the small ones and a whole bunch of larger containers that I'm going to have to find space for. I'm sure it won't be too bad to find space for them though, so not too worried about it. Okay, so let's finish these last 2. As I finish cutting and kitting up these last 2 containers, I'm going to kind of explain what the next process is for me. So as you can see, maybe you can see, hopefully you can see, I have all of them actually in the order that it came from on the sticker sheet. This is not the order that I keep my diamonds kitted up in. I don't like working from this order. Ooh, that fairy dust is gorgeous. Focus, Robin, focus. I don't like this order. I'm going to put this down so it's flatter for you to see. I like them in a different order. So I'm going to do that first while I try to combat this very itchy mosquito bite. So I like to keep my special drills up at the top. So that would be my ABs. That would be my fairy dust drills. I'm going to move this number 3. So I'm going to keep these here at the top. Then it goes into numbers. So I have number 3, 4, and 5. There's no number 6 that I can remember seeing. 7, 8. And usually Diamond Art Club skips the number 6. Before I say that, let me check again. Because I might just be wrong. But I don't think I am. Nope, I don't think I'm wrong. So they usually skip number 6 So you will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. And then it goes into letters. Well, for me, it goes to letters. So I'm going to find a box that says A. They usually skip B and D. So I'm going to go A, C, E. For Diamond Art Club, the next letter is typically F. But I don't think I see an F here. So I'm going to go to G. There's no G that I can see. I do see an H. There's no space here, so I'm going to go over here. H. There's no I, but there is a J. K. I don't see any L's, and sometimes I don't think they ever do L's because they have like this symbol here. So I don't think they have an L. M. Sometimes they do M's. I'm not seeing any M's here, so I'm gonna go N. They don't do O's, but they do P's. I see R. I'm gonna take that out and put that here for now. R, S. If I see a Q later, I'll put it in. If I see a T later, oh, there's a T. T, U, V. I don't remember ever seeing a W in a kit before, so I'm going to look for... Oh, I lied. There is a W. W, X, Y is here. Y is a very big color, and I can't even fit the extra one down here, so I'm going to put Y there. Y and Z if they ever have Z's, but I don't see a Z. So after I do my letters, I then go into colors, and I usually start with yellows. But because there's this space down here, and space is a premium in this kit, I'm going to put this yellow here, and then start with the other yellows here. Now here's where I will start in with numbers on the side. So this is number 24, it's number 57. They're both yellows. So I'm going to keep them together. It's more of a creamy yellow, but still yellow tinge. I'm going to keep them together. So that'll be 57, 24, 57 right there. Actually, I'm going to switch that. So 24 is here, 39, 57. That feels better. I'm going to go into the oranges. Yo. What am I doing? That's the wrong order. I'm going into reds first. So red 16. That feels better. Red 16. I see no more reds. That's with a pinky color. That's a purpley. See no more reds. So I'm going to leave the reds alone. Then I'm going to go into the yellows. Note the oranges. 22 and 23. This, to me, it is kind of orange, but it's more of a... Nah, I'm putting it in. Yeah. Ooh, 38. 38's a very bright orange. That's definitely got to go here. There we go. No other oranges. Most of the other oranges are like peachy tones. So I'm not putting that in. I'll put this one in. 59. 59 can go in. Put the yellows up here now. After the yellows, I typically go with the greens. I'm not really seeing any greens here. So after the greens, I'll go blues. With blues, I've got number 11. I've got 26 and 29. 32. What other blues? I know definitely have other blues. 64. Ooh. 40. 64. 65. No other blues. So now I go into purples. Now, would I classify this as purple or pink? That's a pinky color. So let's go with 552. That's number 20. This color is an interesting color. Is that going to be... It's like a maroonish color, isn't it? It is like a maroony color. I think that is going to go with the purples. That will be number 31. Or maybe I keep it here. Yeah, this fits there better than anything else. So that's going to stay with the pinky purpley colors that I'm going to get into next anyway. That goes there. Nothing else ties me in here. No. Okay. Pinky purpley colors next. So 31. Ooh, no. Lies. Haha. These come next. 6, 25, 27, 31. Ooh. See, that doesn't match for me. These are more corally. Maybe I should do the corals next instead. Yeah, the corals should go next. Yes, I agree. The corals should go next. The corals maybe should have gone after the oranges. But, you know, my brain what my brain does. 25. So next would be more in the 35 region. 35, 36, and 37 would all move over. I'm going to take these out. 41, 43, 49 goes there, definitely. 42, we'll have to squeeze it. Yes. Oh, yeah. That color ordering is now, it's scratching an itch in my brain, and I'm loving it. Okay. After that, I'll get into, check into these brownie colors, these brownie purpley colors. That might be cute. Yes, I shall. Yes, indeed I shall. And I'm actually going to fit 34 in here before the brownie purpley colors. Does that continue the itch in my brain? Or does that continue the itch in my brain? No, it doesn't. No, it in fact doesn't. I'm going to move these over here. Because maybe that. No. That ruined the itch in my brain. And now I must get it back somehow. You do not belong there. You belong here. Recovery. Okay, good. We're good. We're okay. We are thriving a bit better. It's like a nice in-betweeny color. Oof, yeah. Okay. Yep. Doesn't fit there. 2. Okay. So now that I got the brownie purpley ones done, now I'm going to do these kind of fuchsia pinky ones, followed by the pinks. And I think this is all in order already. So 52 is the last brownie purpley one, and then we get into like the maroons and the pinky purples. 31, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 53, 55, 60. Yes. Okay. Yes. Now I'm happy. And I have space for a trash box. This is for all the trash drills that I tend to find that, oh, I forgot. Last but not least, 310. Don't forget the 310. Black is always last for me. This empty one will be for my trash, which is the drills that might have little holes in them. or just seem a little bit wonky, they'll go in here. Now, Diamond Art Club doesn't really have a lot of trash that I found, but yeah, that's just for that in case. It's also where I put my used up wax. So, okay, now that I'm done with the drills, I can get into sectioning my canvas. Let me lay that out and we'll be right back. Okay, now that everything is back out, use the creaking of the chair as I settle back in. I have my canvas, just as beautiful as I remember her. I've got my washi tapes and my ruler. And that's basically all I need for this part. I'm going to go ahead and start with the big washi tape. Now, what I do with the big washi tape, is it probably what Diamond Art Club intended? Well, maybe it is what they intended, but it's not complete. What they intended. I'm going to use my big cover minders here. Yeah. They tend to stick together. So I'm going to use my big cover minder here as soon as I figure out which side is which. There we go. Put those down, slide those in. I don't have to slide them in too far. This is my cover minder. It says it's my Gryffindor cover minder. I like my cover minder. It's beautiful. I got it from an Etsy store that's actually pretty famous, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. What I start with anyway, is I pull back just a little bit and slide my cover minder over. I pull back just a little bit of the plastic. Hopefully you can see the plastic moving there. And I hold it back with a cover minder. And I go ahead and I take my washi tape that I now have to peel off of the sides to pick up. Hopefully you can see that going on. And I will just go ahead and kind of line the sides just outside of the drill field. And this is so that my canvas does not catch and hold stray hairs in the air, especially cat hair. It's still going to a little bit, but this just helps to prevent a lot of catching, which I've had in the past before I started using washi tape. And there we go. It just helps with that, especially as we get into the colder months. I mean, we're not there yet. It's still very much summer here in Busan. No matter if the autumn months are starting, I don't care what bureaucratic, what the government says. It's still summer. It's still extremely hot here. I'll do the same on all four sides of this canvas. Make sure I pull this up a little bit so you can see. And it shouldn't take too long, so I'll keep doing it on camera while I speak with you guys. But yeah, I used to not line my canvas, and that was a nightmare to keep clean, because when it did come to those colder months and I would wear sweaters indoor because I didn't want to rack up my heating bills too high, so I would keep my heater off because it wasn't cold enough to keep it on all the time, but it wasn't warm enough to not be in a sweater. I would be in a sweater, one of the ones that I made, and just absolutely hate myself because I would be sticking to my canvas all the time, and not the entire canvas, just the outside, because I'm being so careful not to rest on my actual drill field. And it was horrific. It was horrendous. So I started buying washi tape and lining my kits with the washi tape, and then Diamond Art Club started putting washi tape in their kits, and I was like, yes, I don't have to go looking for the perfect washi tape anymore and feel like this doesn't actually match the vibe, you know? So, turn that around. So yeah, that's how I do it. I always start with the outside lining so I don't have to keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling on the plastic. And I'm still getting used to using this washi tape cutter. I don't know how to hold it nicely. I don't know. Oh, that kind of worked, I guess. Line this up on the edge right here. Lay it down a bit nicer. It doesn't matter if there's an air bubble or two. I can always poke at it with my tweezers until I can push out the air, or I can just lift the tape back up. That's what I really love about washi tape is if, let's say later on, I'm not quite feeling this tape, I could always just pick it back up. Yeah, I'd have to throw it away, but it's not permanently stuck to my canvas. So I don't have to worry about ruining the canvas by taking off the tape. I don't have to worry about, I know I put an air bubble in there. I don't have to worry about like ripping the tape or adhesive sticking to the canvas from the tape, because it just comes right off. It just lifts right off, and I love it. Yeah, okay, that was on the opposite side, but I will figure that out later. Uh-oh. I lost the edge of my tape! No! Okay, there it is, there it is, there it is. I found it. We got it, we got it. Yes, Jack. Or Apollo. One of you. You're starting to sound like each other. Yeah, almost done here. Last bit. Usually I don't go for such long swath, but I think I'm getting tired. And so I kind of just want to end soon. Ooh! And that's why I don't typically go for longer pieces, because they, like I said, this tape comes off and it will just pick up if I pull too hard on it. So I just want to line it up as nicely as I can. There we go. Perfect. All right, let me put this cover reminder back, that one and that one. Put it back on my leg. And we get into sectioning. So that was just the part of lining it out. Now it's time for sectioning. So for sections, I usually go 10 by 10, and I usually start widthwise instead of length. So I'm going to start by measuring out where that first 10 centimeters or 100 millimeters, because my ruler is in millimeters for whatever reason. I'm going to adjust my light here so I can get as much light as possible in that corner. There. Oh, it's right on this like light purple line where it meets the light purple and the pink. So that will be easy for me to line up with the small washi tape. So purple and pink lining up. And I will put that here and just start going across. I'll follow this line. So sometimes it's not a perfect 10 centimeters, because maybe that 10 centimeters will bring me to like the middle of a box. In that case, I will go to the bottom of that box, and that will be my marking line. Hopefully I can be heard. That'll be my marking line. Thankfully, this time though, this was perfectly 10 centimeters. to just that one spot. And I'm just going to continue going all the way across to the other side, lining up as neatly and as straight as I can. And I don't use a cutter for this one because it gets thrown off. It gets thrown away with the plastic afterwards. There we go. Now I know that from the top of this washi tape, I need to measure. Not from the bottom, but from the top. I made that mistake on one of my first diamond paintings that I sectioned, and my sections were all wonky and strange and not the size that I actually wanted them to be. And I think that has actually stopped me from finishing that particular piece. And it's such a cute little Ghibli AliExpress piece that I found in my early days, before I decided I would only buy licensed pieces, which might have to change soon because I really want a Pokemon piece and no one's selling Pokemon pieces. Or if they are, please let me know where I can find licensed Pokemon diamond paintings, and I'll go check them out because one of my friends really wants to see me do a Pokemon piece because we are Pokemon fiends in this friend group. So, let me finish this line real quick. And that line is done. And what else? You silly bee. Sorry about that. The silly bee that I have named Artemis. There she is in all her glory. She's actually quite timid for a creature named after the goddess of the hunt. Yes, Artemis? Yes, my baby. She just stepped on my computer, which stopped my mic from recording. Thankfully, I caught that early. Yes, honey, I'll put you down. When I say she's timid, I mean she's timid. She is not happy to be looked at by me or other people. She will hide. She's one of my fosters that I'm probably going to foster fail on because I love how my permanent cat Jack acts around them. I love how happy they are with Jack and how well they're doing, which should mean like, yeah, they're ready to go out, but I can't send them out. They're just too cute, and I've always wanted black cats ever since my first one. So yeah, I might be foster failing on these two. And if that's the case, I'm never fostering again because I don't want a house filled with cats and puppies. I can't do it. My house isn't big enough for that. What did you do? Sorry. But yes, so I'm going to continue lining widthwise, and then I'm going to do lengthwise in the same 10 centimeter pattern. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so I am now done with kitting this up. And when I say I got in right under the wire, I mean literally this brown spot is from the barrel. I've used all this tape, but I didn't use all this tape just on this canvas. I'll show you where I use the rest of it in a second. As you can see over here, I have this really small section, and this usually happens because not every picture is going to be like perfectly 10, like in multiples of 10 across or down. Not even down. Was it perfectly 10? It looks like it was, but down here, this section is actually going to be 11 centimeters by 10. So not too bad, not too much bigger than my normal. It's about 3 extra rows anyway. I can handle that. And it's mostly color blocking in this section. I don't know how I'll feel about the rest though. But usually what happens when I get to this area is I'll just do it together with this section if I feel up to it. If I don't feel up to it, I will do it later. I just do it like a regular section. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, she is now kitted up. And I'm going to show you how I actually cut my plastic. But I'm not going to cut it on this canvas. I'm going to cut it on the other canvas that I kitted up. So here is Femme Fatale. Uh-oh. That came off. Femme Fatale and butterflies. Oh no. Ah! Well, you see, I told you the diamond painting gods were just like, not this one, not today. And look what's happening. My sections are peeling off. This is where I use the rest of that small tape. So in the video that I made, that will probably only ever see a small clip in the light of day ever again, I showed how I cut my sections so that I can actually do them. And I have a small tool. This is the slice. It has a very small ceramic blade. Like, I could run my finger over this thing 100 times and it's skin safe. I mean, it scratches. It's a bit stingy, but it's never going to cut skin. So it's never going to hurt. And I take this, I run it along the vertical line. No, sorry, the horizontal line. I run it across the horizontal line at the very top of the masking tape because this is where I cut for the section. And then I pull back the plastic this way until I hit the section. I do not cut in the vertical. I only cut in the horizontal. And so I'll pull it back, put a cover minder on, dot my way through a section. If I feel up to a second section the same day, I'll just continue pulling back. So I'll cut all the way across the canvas and just pull and do rows. I almost always start from the upper right corner. It's just where I'm comfortable. I think I tried starting from the left corner once and I rushed through that row so I can continue from the right corner again. I did not like that at all. There's some things I do because my brain says this is how I must do it. And there's some things I do because it just happens to be slightly more convenient. In this case, it's both. It's both. To me, it's more convenient to do it this way, and my brain is happier this way. So whether I do Femme Fatale at the same time that I start doing Mooncatcher, or I just save Femme Fatale and butterflies for another time, you guys will see it. You guys will see me working on it. These two are probably going to be the ones that I start on camera and probably finish on camera. Not just in a short, but like in an actual video that's been pieced up over the amount of time it takes for me to do one. And depending on my work schedule, one diamond painting might take me a month. It might take me 2 months. It might take me all the time in the world. But I do love diamond painting. I do like doing it. Or you might just see me knitting away. When I'm hyper-focused on diamond painting, my knitting needles stay pretty still. When I'm hyper-focused on knitting, my diamond painting does not see the light of day. So, and then if I'm hyper-focused on gaming, even worse. But that only really happens on Sundays anyway, because that's when I have the time to sit and game. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this new type of video for my channel. And let me know what you think. Do you think you'll kit up this way? Are you already a diamond painter and you have your own way of kitting up? Let me know down in the comments. And just like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment if you have something you want to say to me. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I will see you next time. Bye.